In today's video, we're playing the Dragon Ball Super card game Fusion World, and we'll be using the Frieza starter deck. And I'll show you guys how to play. I'm not the best, but we got some W's that I wanted to show you guys. So here's the current deck so far. It contains 54 characters, including the leader. I want to reduce it for sure, but I'm not too sure what I should get rid of. If you have any tips for me, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. But in order to get the 4 copies of the Golden Frieza here, as well as the King Cold, you do need to buy the structure deck twice, which currently the open beta provides you with enough silver tickets to double buy a deck, as well as provide you with free gems in order to purchase a brand new deck. I think that is what you should be focusing on buying. Opening the packs isn't going to provide you too much value because you don't get that many packs to open. But there are some cards in the pack that can upgrade the deck, such as this Supernova, which is an ability card that gives you 20,000 power, and it provides a rest lock for any battle cards with cost 4 or less, which works really well with how Frieza plays. Also, this guy right here could play well into the deck as a nice early character. And this Ginyu card for a 1-cost draw power. Combined with Frieza's ability, you can have a constant drawing power unit. Even though it is 5,000 cost, if you can keep it active, then you can keep it alive. But with that said, let's jump into the gameplay. So this is our first match here. We have 2 in this video. This is live at twitch.tv/jfanta. First link in the description if you want to check out me live. I play this game a lot ever since the open beta. We are first here, and we are versing a red Goku deck, and specifically the one that turns into Super Saiyan Blue, which I'm not the most fond of. I'd rather just use the basic structure deck one, but it's all good. You summon Dodoria and we end our turn. Since we're first, we can't really do anything else. Every single turn, I am putting a card into a charge, so we can get that energy. Our goal is to get to 5 energy as fast as possible. They summoned Roshi, did nothing else but attack our Frieza. Our goal is to drop underneath to 4 HP as possible, so that we can transform into final form Frieza. That's when we really start cooking. And so this second form Frieza that I summon and attack is going to help out a lot, as his effect allows us to not only put a character into rest, that is 3 cost or less, but also remove 1 of our life in order to put it in our hand. So we're getting pretty much a bigger hand while also getting to our goal of 4 life. You'll see why it's so good to get Final Form Frieza into 4. Some characters, you don't want to get to 4 too fast, but Frieza's deck specifically, you definitely do want to, since the peak of this deck is at 5 energy. And if you waste any more time than that, you start to struggle just a little bit here. So Goku here takes out one of our units, which is fine. With the God Kamehameha, he does take out our second form Frieza, leaving us an empty board. His Whis is what ruined our, character. He destroys it because he reduces like 10,000 for a character, but it's all good. Our turn, we just do an attack just to draw. I always tend to attack with the leader first, just so we get more draw power. Every time we attack, Frieza gives us a draw, and that will provide us with more options, potentially to do something else that I wasn't thinking. Our energy is at 3. I use the Frieza just to attack the Whis. I don't want him to snowball with this Goku. If we can keep his field quite empty, then that is the best. Especially if it's a 10,000 power, we can definitely not have to deal with losing Frieza. It's not that big of a deal. And then I just put in Sorbet for the end turn just to draw another card that is Sorbet's effect. Goku attacks my Frieza, and I let that go. Not a big deal to lose him. He was only there for the effect to put that Whis into rest mode so we can attack him. Puts up a Whis himself, but only minus 5,000, and that will kill our Sorbet, which is alright. And then he summons Piccolo with 15,000 power, and he ends his turn. So we put our next charge in, so we're at a 4 count, and I will target Goku for an extra draw. Always take the extra draw, even if it gets them closer to the 4 life themselves. The draw is just super powerful in any card game, really. With the 4 energy, we do summon King Cold, but we do not do any attacks. And then his turn, he does a Goku attack on Frieza, and he summons Roshi, and he ends his turn. We're both on 5 life now, and now we are at the 5 energy cost. So I ditch away the extra card because I didn't really need it at this point. Well, that's what I thought at that current moment. Let me know if I should be saving that. But we're at that point in time where he's probably not going to be summoning 3 energy costs. And we summon Golden Frieza. Just to put some pressure, he does have 35,000. So I just went for the attack on him. See how much he values that 2 extra life. And he did use up 2 supports, which I will take. It is worth 100%. Just because, really, I have a blocker, which is King Cold. I felt pretty safe. I have a lot of cards in my hands to protect him. The only thing that could possibly screw us over is if he had the Super Saiyan Blue Goku card. It costs 5. I think that's what it is. But he uses Kamehameha extra skill to lower my King Cold's attack for some reason. Increase his attack by 30 to 35,000. Which was a bad idea. He should have lowered my Golden Frieza. I don't know why he didn't target him. Which meant that I just used Sorbet as a booster to get to the matching attack power or higher attack power so I could block that. It was the freest thing, and he wasted so much energy for that. But he did time skip, which did end up killing us anyway. So our Golden Frieza's gone. But look, in our hand, we already have 2 other Golden Friezas. I do have 4 Golden Friezas because it just puts too much pressure. Even if he takes out one, you got another one somewhere in your deck, hopefully. And you pull out another one. I attack his rest character, and then I summon the Golden Frieza just to draw the extra card. And I pressure him once again. And he does use his super support, which is a 20,000 bonus power. And so he protects it once again. And then his turn. He does Whis and Krillin, which lowers a lot of our power. Krillin here lowers one of your battle cards' power by 20,000 when he attacks, which is quite interesting. He should have lowered my King Cold to get rid of him, but he lowered my Golden Frieza. He really is scared of Golden Frieza. I let him, though, hit my Frieza so I could get the 4 life here. That was the one thing that was lacking in this situation. I wish I was able to get that 4 life a little bit quicker. I'm already at 6 energy. You want to get 4 life at like 5 energy, really. Just to keep this Frieza more guaranteed alive for the most part. We did counter him by just using a support. He just didn't commit into the attack. So I was able to just use 1 card to protect Frieza. He still got 4 energy though. And we're at 7 energy. And we transform to Frieza finally. So what Frieza does is at the end of the turn, he can switch 2 rest characters on our field to active. Having active characters means they can't be targeted for attacks, which is really good. So the only effects will only do damage to them. Or if they can have an effect that can put us to rest and then attack us, obviously. Here I put in Frieza to attack, and I used one of the extra abilities to give him that 15,000 power extra and put Whis into rest. That way he had less support if he wanted to, you know, buff up the Goku to protect himself. So now he's at 2 power. And I did use Frieza just to attack the Whis. Again, just take any kills here just because, you know, you don't want him to use it in the next turn to finish off some of our characters. We didn't really need to attack with Frieza against Goku since our Golden Friezas have double strike, which will do 2 damage to the opponent. So that's why when we have him at 2 life, he is pretty much 1 hit away from death. I do take his bluff here. I thought, you know what? Might as well skill with everyone and combo with everyone. And see how much cards he wasted. It was a risky play, I would say. But knowing that I had 4 health, I was able to afford it, I think. So I comboed with everything that I had. Even the King Cold on the field. Maybe King Cold on the field shouldn't have been comboed, but it would maximize the amount of support that he used. He used another super support, which is Shin for him. And that will give him 20,000 power. He has plenty of cards, so that's what I was trying to go for. Get rid of his cards here. And he did end up matching us. But it did use up a lot of his cards up. So now he's only at 3. He's forced to do it. And that get him to 100,000 power. And then I end my turn. And we use Frieza's skill to flip both of our golden Friezas back alive, which was really nice. His turn. He draws. He puts Roshi on, which gets him another draw. He's at 5 energy now. I know this deck, the highest thing he has, I think, is like 5 energy with that Super Saiyan Blue Goku. That Gohan is probably one of his most effective cards. If you can get that Gohan out when you have 4 energy, you are doing a lot. But because he got it so late, it didn't really affect us at all. And then he just ended his turn here. And I just went into the next phase. I did attack with Golden Frieza. He has to, you know, protect himself here, which he did end up doing so by using 2 cards. Then I attacked with the Golden Frieza. That will draw us a card. I don't think I needed to. I think I could have just ended without using the Golden Frieza, but you know, a win's a win at the end of the day. It's because it could have been scary if he drew like another super support, but that's all good. The draw did give us something of value quite a lot, which was the Frieza card. That Frieza card will increase our power by 15,000. And it will put one of his characters into rest, which is going to be Roshi, because it's only 3 costs or less. And that just means he has less comboing power in this situation. It's only 5,000 that he provides, but that could be the only difference. I should have comboed with the I forgot his name already. I haven't seen that guy in ages. Shisami or something. Just for the extra 10,000 power, but he didn't have anything, and we got the kill right there. And that is victory number 1. So next battle we have versus Broly. And I decided to keep my cards here. We do go second. He actually did nothing that turn. He did not have the right hand. So we go for the attack with Frieza just for more draw power. And then we end our turn. He summons Paragus, who then attacks. We obviously want to take this hit here for the draw and the lowering life. Being second with Frieza is pretty nice, especially if you have Golden Frieza or King Cole quite early. You can start steamrolling a little bit quicker. We put Zarbon in charge. So we're now at 3 energy. Attack with Frieza once again. Most of the time, you do want to attack with your leader. Just get that draw power. Lower his life to 6. And then we summon Sorbet to get the free draw. And I end my turn. He's turn next. He summons another Paragus. Unfortunately, he does not have the Xiaomuan character in the drop, so he can't actually summon one of his blockers, which is a crucial part for the Broly. In Broly's case, we want to make sure we get him to the 4 life as soon as possible. Ideally, once we have our own 4 energy or 5 energy, first of all. So we're just letting him hit. It's all good. We're at 5 energy. He's at 5 energy. It's all good. I made sure to just block 1. I didn't want him to put me at 4 just yet. That's why I blocked one of the Paragus hits with a nice little combo using Sorbet. So I do attack the Paragus. He does protect it by comboing. And I do get the free draw. I use the Frieza here. And then I summon also Zarbon, which does reduce our life to put it in our hand. And then we transform into Frieza. So this is when we start cooking. We attack Paragus. We are fine with attacking because we'll reset these guys to active. And he's going to protect it with a King Vegeta. Whenever they use a King Vegeta on like a 2-cost unit, it is definitely worth it. I do not use the second form Frieza effect. There was no need to. Keep ourselves at 4 for a while. Now we end our turn. We put those both in active. And he's at 3 energy for Broly. Once he gets to 5 energies, things get a little bit scary. Which he did activate a card to provide him with 5 energy next turn. He did summon 2 of the blockers. So those are going to be quite an issue for us. But Frieza deals with this quite nicely. This level 1 Frieza puts all of the level 3 or lower cards into rest mode. So when a block is in rest, they can't block anymore. And then we can start targeting the Broly here. We buff up using a skill for the 25,000 power and put Paragus into rest. We just want to make these guys all rest and tired. And that will drop Broly into 4. We use our own Frieza to target Paragus. And he lets that one go. Then I do the exact same strategy. I target Frieza and use the ability, the extra card, to give us 15,000 power and put Paragus to rest. And he does take the hit. Quite interesting enough, he could have transformed. He should have transformed for the for the increase in attack power at least. Maybe he could have done a light combo to protect himself. Because he was going to lose a life anyway. So he should have just transformed. But he didn't, sadly. And then we took out his second Paragus. We can leave those blockers for now. As long as he doesn't have a Paragus to make those guys reappear again, I don't mind having to deal with 2 blockers at 5,000 power. Zarbon attacks, and then he finally does awaken. So, yeah, he kind of mistakenly screwed up there. He should have had Broly out, you know, once he had 4 life instantly. Just so I would have to have wasted a card to deal damage to him. And then he even wasted another card, I think a super combo card, just to protect him once again to 2 life. 2 life is essentially 1 life with this deck, which is so cool. His turn, he summons Broly and Paragus, and he goes straight for the kill against my Frieza, which I let that through. We have 4 life, so it's all good. Losing an extra life here. Then Broly attacks, but I use the Zarbon blocker. And he does actually want my Zarbon gone, so he increased his power by 10,000. And then Paragus attacks the Frieza, which we can let go. And I believe that is his turn right there. This is our 5 energy turn. And we don't have Frieza, but we're going to end him anyway by doing a cool little strategy. He only has 2 cards in his hands. So we'll attack with the Frieza. And we'll add the 1 life to our hand, just so we have more combo power. Put one of the blockers to rest. Then I add the extra power, just so I could get that extra hit. See if he would like to let go of something, which he doesn't. So he gets the extra card. So now he's at 3. I summon the second form Frieza once again, but I attack with final form Frieza, just to get an extra card. And then I believe he uses a blocker here. His final blocker. So now he has nothing on the field that can protect him. And then I target second form Frieza. Add another card to our hand. And then we combo with literally everything for this guy. Getting him that 20,000 power with Supernova. All the combos. So many. And I believe it is impossible for him to counter this. This was a bit overkill, but I wanted to do it for the big fat number. What do we get? 120,000 against his measly 25,000 Broly. And he loses right there. And that is the Frieza deck. I think I played it almost as well as it could have been. But let me know in the comment section what I can do. What am I doing wrong in the early game? Hope you guys did enjoy today's video though. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you join my Discord. We have a Dragon Ball Super card game channel in there, as well as my Twitch for live streams on this game. Especially when it fully comes out as well. But I'll be live most of the time for the beta.